Okay, here we go. We're ready to welcome our first boxer. Here he comes from Bethnal, Callum Ide.
Bout number one of Summer Brawl here at legendary York Hall, and the first man in the ring is Callum Ide. Still looking for his first professional victory, although he's never been stopped here at York Hall.
And please welcome his opponent from Waterford, Craig McCarthy.
His opponent, Craig McCarthy, 31 years of age, late to the pro game, joining us from Waterford. He's undefeated in 3 fights, a southpaw, and still looking for his first professional stoppage. Joining me on commentary duty this evening, Konrad Stempkowski. Welcome, Konrad.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's good to be back in the York Hall once again.
Of course, you were originally due to be boxing on this card, but an ear injury has kept you out, so hopefully it won't be too loud for you this evening. But great to have your professional insight here. There is Craig, built to last McCarthy in those green trunks. Callum Ide, 17 bouts, as I mentioned.
This is a light heavyweight contest of
for his
4
first professional win.
Introducing in the blue corner, wearing the white shorts with a black trim. Weighing in today at 12 stone and 5 pounds in his 18th professional contest from Bethnal, Callum Ide. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner, wearing the green, gold and black shorts. Weighing in today at 12 stone and 4 pounds with a record of 3 victories from 3 professional contests from Waterford, the undefeated Craig McCarthy. Your referee, Lee Cook from March, your timekeeper, Nick Knight from Kingston. This is a light heavyweight contest of 4 3-minute rounds.
Well, Lee Cook in charge of this one. The first of 15 scheduled bouts here at York Hall. And Craig McCarthy looking to go 4-0, but 17 fights deep. I don't think Callum Ide is going to make this particularly easy for him over 4 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, I don't think Ide will be getting stopped, but McCarthy does look very strong, so I think it should be a win for McCarthy. We'll see how it goes.
Here we go, the first of 4 3-minute rounds. Getting Summer Brawl underway. Got McCarthy.
McCarthy taking his time.
I think that's important, particularly when you're on so early. You don't want to come up and come a cropper. We've got a small crowd gathering.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to rush in and get caught with any silly punches.
Although looking at these exchanges, McCarthy definitely the keener of the two to come forward. Ide quite defensive, staying out of trouble, and that's the first time we've seen McCarthy try and put a combination together. Nothing really landing.
I think Ide needs to definitely use his reach and keep McCarthy away.
Oh, good work here from McCarthy, going to the body, forcing Ide to cover up. And in a few there behind the ribs. Ide protecting his top half well, though. Nothing landing to the head.
Showing Ide his power there. But Ide covered up well and blocked most of those, I think.
Using that range there, Ide. But as soon as he throws that jab, seems to cover up, and then McCarthy comes forward again. McCarthy switching to left hand first here, a little bit of variety. And now back to that right hand jab. Just over halfway through this first round, and there's that lead left, forcing Ide back onto the ropes. But he's defending well at the moment, the man from Chichester.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's not been caught with anything just yet.
Interestingly there, stepped in and covered up as if almost tempting McCarthy to throw something.
Maybe he's got a plan to try and catch him out on the counter.
inside the final minute of round number 1. McCarthy just putting the brakes on that left hand. Scoping out Ide. Oh, that's a good left hand straight through. Forcing the head of Ide back. He's covering up on the ropes now. Well, Conrad, you said he showed him his power early on. He felt the power of that one. Yeah. 30 seconds for Ide to survive, and McCarthy breaking through again.
Ide is just covering up on the defensive now.
Well, Ide almost gestured with the right hand, telling him to come on. I think that's the last thing he wants coming towards the closest stages of this first round. According to my watch, we've got 10 seconds to go. Callum Ide.
McCarthy doesn't need to rush now. He just needs to take his time and catch him again with a couple of these big shots. Snap that head back again. But very comfortable for McCarthy, I think.
And there is the bell. Well, Callum Ide having some defending to do there, and I think McCarthy will be sat in that red corner, the happier of the two fighters after 3 minutes.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful left hand snapping Ide's head right back.
Well, Callum Ide, it's his 4th appearance at York Hall. The most recent one was against undefeated Chris Davis in June. He went the distance that time.
You know, Ide may not have many victories, but obviously he's been in the ring several times, and he knows how to stay safe and
10 seconds.
This is why McCarthy needs to be very vigilant
and
try and
round 2.
Tease out those clean punches.
Well, Ide stays busy. Turned pro just 16 months ago. This is already his 18th bout. Craig McCarthy still looking for his first professional stoppage. However, he's shown in that first round that he certainly has the power to get there.
Most definitely. I think as he fights more and more people that want to come forward and fight with him, you know, these stoppages will come eventually.
He's here with Team Assassin tonight, along with Max Wicks, who goes in the southern area. Eliminator against Josh Ejakpovi later on at Summer Brawl.
Should be a good fight. I'm looking forward to watching that one.
Oh, it's an exciting card. Plenty of action this evening. Plenty of experience, plenty of hot prospects from in and around London.
McCarthy switching again.
Stays busy, doesn't he? Certainly interesting to watch.
As the shorter fighter, you've got to sort of keep moving and confusing your opponent.
Pouring that jab out. It's almost like he doesn't want to land it and just wants to get that left hand to work, which he tries to do again. Ide comes back.
Ide is definitely wary of the power of McCarthy.
Here it is, that 1-2. The left hand getting through. Keeping that jab low to open up the head of Ide. The halfway point of this second round. Well, McCarthy, I think he's realised that he's got a little bit of time here because Ide hasn't really looked to release any kind of power thus far as we approach the final minute of round number 2.
I think for Ide, he definitely needs to keep pumping out that jab. He's been a little bit sparing with it. That will be his best bet to keep McCarthy at bay.
Oh, he gets through with the left hand again.
This is why he probably doesn't want to throw the jab, because he has to pay for throwing it after.
Again, Ide, though, having tasted that left hand, decides to give him a hand gesture to come on. 40 seconds of the second round remaining. Again, McCarthy unleashes to the body. Ide will have felt those. But he smothers well. Stomps out the danger for now. Oh, lovely work from Ide. He's got quick hands, and when he gets through with the first couple.
Yeah, that was a nice combination.
Final throws around number 2. McCarthy's got those hands down now. He's looking for the opening. Ide.
When Ide throws his jab, he does have a bit of success, so he just needs to use it more, really.
He certainly has the tools, does Callum Ide. He's got those long levers. Keeps his top half busy as well. It's been quite difficult to hit, and we've seen McCarthy really line up that power shot with the left hand and put the brakes on it when he realises he's not going to get through. But
yeah,
on an unofficial card, I've got him 2 rounds up, McCarthy.
Definitely 2 rounds up. Just the cleaner work, and you know, his shots just look a lot more powerful as well when they do land.
Well, McCarthy,
but Ide needs to stay
10 seconds.
sort of positive and motivated, and just use his jab and his reach to keep McCarthy away.
Round 3.
well, as we mentioned before, McCarthy late to the pro game. He's 31 years of age now, turned pro at 30, 7 months to championships, and 1 Irish championship as an amateur.
You're never too old, I guess.
Absolutely. And here he goes, looking to get busy early on in the 3rd.
Very nice, powerful, sharp shots.
And he's not taking a lot of punishment against Ide, which will probably be sweet relief, because recently he fought through a broken jaw to win his first 6 rounder on points.
Yeah, not bad.
Teeth taken out, 6 screws, the works. He's back in the ring, and he's 2 rounds to the good here, and Callum Ide just stiffened up there.
So I wonder if he's more aware of his jaw now to kind of make sure it doesn't happen again. I think at this stage Ide isn't really threatening too much to get to the target.
Oh, nice work again. Quick hands, nothing landing particularly cleanly as Ide's covering himself up well, but this will catch the judge's eye. It's busier work from McCarthy. Oh, and that's a nice left to the body. Just lost his balance a second there, did Craig McCarthy. But Ide not in a position to take advantage. Oh, better jab work from Ide, though. It's the first time we've seen him use that range.
He needs to keep using that range, keep jabbing out, and just being careful not to get caught out on the counter like he did just then.
Oh, nice 1-2 from Ide. But then he comes forward, and McCarthy goes to the body again. He can get 4 shots away very quickly, can Craig McCarthy. Nice left, right to the body again from McCarthy. Not particularly forceful stuff, but getting through. Finding those fleshy areas under the ribs.
Ide is now smothering his work.
Oh, nice 1-2 and a nice right hand from Ide. McCarthy comes back.
Probably the best shot Ide has thrown.
Didn't seem to trouble McCarthy too much, but just lets him know he's in the fight. Over 2 minutes, around 3 gone. McCarthy's got to be careful he doesn't get lazy. He's dropped that guard.
Right, that's right. You need to keep. You need to stay switched on all the way through, even if you're comfortably winning the fight.
Swing and a miss from Ide, and left hand from McCarthy. Glances off the gloves. Sounded heavy from ringside.
And every punch McCarthy throws, even when it doesn't cleanly land, you can hear the power in it.
Nice counter work from McCarthy there as well. McCarthy frees himself up. And at the end of the 3rd round, finishes with a flourish. Probably the best round of the 3 so far.
Yeah, the most action, definitely.
Callum Ide getting himself into the fight. You can see his chest heaving there. It's been 9 tough minutes for Callum Ide. However, to actually see him get through with that right hand, I think he'll take a bit of credit, knowing, as he does, that he's probably 3 rounds down, certainly 2 rounds down.
I mean, these guys can take their punishment, and they're tough guys. That's why they do what they do. Definitely McCarthy has it for me so far.
Still looking for his first victory, Ide, but he does have 2 draws to his name. Drew with Richard O'Neill in March 2017, and then down in Plymouth managed to get a draw in November 2017 with Nathan Holton. Maybe if he just nicked that round, a good round here, could be another draw. However, Craig McCarthy looks like he's got plenty in the tank, still looks sharp, great movement.
Yeah, no, I think Ide needs a stoppage if he wants to win this fight, to be honest. Good try by Ide. Little step round and a right hand, but again, just getting made to pay for.
Again, that lead left from McCarthy. I suppose the longer he goes with an undefeated record without a stoppage, the more that'll be playing on his mind, won't it? He'll really want to put one of these guys away. He still has to do the basics. Has to work that jab.
The danger, I think, is, you know, if you start chasing these knockouts, then they become harder and harder to kind of find. So I think you just have to let it happen. And he's obviously, you know, he's obviously a chap with some power. So I think they will eventually start happening, if not tonight.
I suppose they're more likely to happen when you get in with guys who think they've got a chance of beating you. That's and they open up.
When someone's coming forward, they become more open. Just like Ide, I mean, he keeps getting caught on the counter, so, you know, that's the best kind of time to, when you're not expecting it.
Just over halfway in the final round. Wild right hand there from McCarthy. That's not going to trouble Ide too much. Again, he puts the brakes on that left hand, but moves the head well.
I think Ide is letting McCarthy get a little bit too close for my liking. Doesn't seem to be using his reach as well as he could be.
Referee Cook steps in. Oh, nice left hand again, just snapping back the head of Ide. He's taken some good shots, but that seems to spur him on, and he starts to creep forward again, looking to re-engage. He's through with a jab that time as well, but McCarthy comes back once more. Wrestles Ide onto those ropes.
Just a sharper, stronger guy, isn't he, McCarthy?
Yeah, he's giving away quite a lot in the height department, but certainly the more physical of the two when it comes to that clinch. As we can see there.
Good little uppercut by Ide in the inside there.
Well, he did well to get that one away, actually, because he was being wrestled backwards. Tried to land the same one again, but McCarthy managed to step out of the way.
Yeah, he got wise to it that time. He said, "You're not hitting me with that one again."
Oh, they exchange shots there. Both getting through, but McCarthy wins the exchange. And I think that sums up the bout, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think Ide is definitely letting McCarthy know that he's still in there. He's still, you know, throwing back, but it's definitely gone McCarthy's way, I would say.
4 rounds down. We go to the judges' scorecards. But certainly on ours, we have McCarthy a comfortable points victor.
Definitely. Good first fight to start the night.
Announcer Mark Schmid's in there. He's just getting the official scorecards. He'll be bringing us the result very shortly. In fact, he has it in his hand. Let's hear what he has to say. 4 3-minute rounds, the opening bout of the evening. Undefeated Craig McCarthy against Callum Ide. Looking for his first win here at York Hall. His first professional win in his career. Lee Cook has both fighters. Let's hear from Mark Schmid.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, referee Cook scores the contest 40 points to 37 points to your winner and still unbeaten, Craig McCarthy.
40-37.
Callum Ide.
Someone can only assume that he gave the 3rd round as a 10-all. That was the best round of the bout.
Yeah.
But no complaints about the result there from either fighter. Craig McCarthy remains undefeated.
Definitely. Landslide.